Yo, so One Piece is probably about as dead as it's ever been right now. The anime is on a break for the next like 6 months, and the manga is on a break for a couple weeks. So fuck it, let me talk about some shit that I want to talk about. A little filler week, little episode today. So I'm gonna be talking about characters who maybe aren't like a big deal now, or maybe were a big deal in the past or something like that, but aren't a big deal now, but will be a big deal like later on. I'm talking about people like Harudin. Okay, this is who inspired this video. Before Egghead and the few chapters that we have of Elbaf, we had absolutely no idea that he was anything more than like a giant in Luffy's fleet. He was recovering the books on Ohara when we saw the little flashback in Egghead. We saw him in Big Mom's flashback when he was a kid. And now we have this information that we got last chapter that he is Loki's brother, or at the very least has like a very heavy connection to him and the Elbaf royal family or whatever. He's like the king's kid or whatever the fuck they said last chapter. So that's what inspired me to do all this, but let's go. So this might seem like an out-of-nowhere one, but I think Bon Clay, if he comes back, will play a pretty decent role in the final arc. And by decent role, I just mean like him being around in the world doing shit, maybe in the final war, participating, doing something. I don't know what, but he's alive, he's down there. But I think another breakout of Impel Down is pretty inevitable at this point. Daffy has to get out and join Cross Guild somehow. I mean, it's a part of my agenda. It's going to happen. And in the process of that, I think Bon Clay will get out and make his way to the Revolutionaries. Bon Clay just fits it right in the Revolutionaries. He fucking loves Ivan. So he has a buddy waiting for him there. He just fits right in. I think it just makes sense. It would be a hype-ass return because everybody fucking loves Bon Clay. Next up, this may be kind of like, what the fuck? But I think Kong, the top Marine guy, He's got to do something in the, the current timeline before he dies, or whatever happens to him. He's above fucking Akainu. Like, that's kind of crazy. He was Fleet Admiral back in the day when Roger and Rox were going crazy. He was bossing Garp around. There is just about no reason for him to not have some kind of role, or at least, like, one last hoorah type of thing before the story ends. Like, once we raid Mary Joie, I'm expecting something big from him because I'm pretty sure he's like damn near stays in Mary Joie, not in Mary Joie, of course, because he's not a Celestial Dragon, but he's right there. This also may seem kind of like a weird one, but I'm going to say Kaido and Big Mom as like a package deal type of thing, because if one of them is alive, the other one probably is too. So obviously, they both have already done their thing in the story. They lived their life pretty much, but as far as we know, they're dead, or at least their dreams are dead. I think Oda said that one time, like, Luffy fucking doesn't kill enemies, or his, villains or whatever, he kills their dreams, which he essentially did with them, I feel like. So whatever they do, it'll just be to support Luffy, or whatever side Luffy's on, because you know damn well they aren't going to be on the Celestial Dragon side. So I think that Kaido specifically does have a special respect for Luffy. He doesn't like Luffy, I guess, but he knows that he's fucking Joy Boy. Kaido's whole life purpose was to lose to this guy at his coming out party. So I feel like he has enough respect to just kind of sit back and do whatever Luffy says, so, since he's pretty much, Kaido's idol or whatever. But Big Mom, I don't know. She's kind of a mentally ill loose cannon. Nobody really knows what the fuck she's gonna do. She has like zero consistency in her decisions, since like she just goes balls to the fucking wall if her fat ass doesn't eat a goddamn chocolate bar for 2 minutes. But Big Mom does have the connection to Elbaf, so maybe she'll pop up this arc. I don't know. She's not done. I think she still has a bit to tell. Like, we don't know why the fuck she's so goddamn big. We still need to, get a little bit of her backstory, because she is a pretty interesting character, like, deep down. She just is really annoying. Last one, for me at least, it's whoever the silhouette guy at the end of Elbaf, or the end of Egghead and the beginning of Elbaf. In my opinion, okay, it's either Gabon or somebody like Shiki. Someone we have probably seen before, or that we know about. Shiki is probably more like unlikely because he has that big ass wheel on his head, and that would be a pretty easy to spot little dead giveaway. So I'll just talk about Gabon, because I think Gabon makes more sense here. So Gabon, I think, will play a similar role to Rayleigh. Obviously not as big, considering Luffy spent 2 fucking years with Rayleigh, but I think he's like the last Roger pirate scattered around the world to really guide Joy Boy to the One Piece. He's been to Laugh Tale, and I don't think he's gonna just straight up tell the crew where the One Piece is like Rayleigh did. Maybe he's gonna be like, yeah, we fucking know. We know what's up, type of thing. But I think he's gonna guide them in some subtle way, point them in the right direction. type of deal here. I don't think he's gonna train Luffy or anything, since Luffy could destroy Prime Kaban in his fucking sleep, I'm sure. But he's gonna do something, you know. A hot take there. He's gonna do something. He's gonna breathe. He's gonna live. He's going to do, you know, what humans do. But yeah, that's about it. Chapter in 2 fucking weeks, I'm pretty sure. Jesus Christ. 2 more weeks of this shit. But yeah.